Hello everyone, long time no see, and I am here for Bring It On books for October, and it's October already? Like what is this? Basically, I talk about the books that I'm looking forward to coming out in the upcoming month, and because it's lovely, wonderful fall, there's quite a few of them. So let's get started. Book number 1 comes out on October 7th, and it is Stray, written by Alyssa Sussman, and it is one of a collection of books, and it's the first book, and basically these books intertwine. I guess they have different stories, but the first one, it's about this girl, and she's always dreamed of going to this ball, but while there, she realizes she has magic, and magic isn't allowed, and magic is only in women, and then they have to take this path. And I don't really know, but it sounds like Disney and like Grimm stories fit together. So it sounds interesting, and I'm always up for a good kind of like little fairy tale telling with a little twist. The next book that also comes out on the 7th is The Fall by Bethany Griffin, and it is a take on Edgar Allan Poe's The Fall of the House of Usher, and it's supposed to be like Madeline Usher. The House of Usher is cursed and the inhabitants don't live very long, and so she is trying to find a way for her and her brother to escape this treacherous house. And I like Poe, and so this sounds really interesting. A while ago, Margot from Epic Reads Tea Time read it, and I guess the first chapter she talked about how Madeline wakes up and she's been buried alive in a coffin, and she's kind of having like this panic attack, and the writing is supposed to, you know, kind of make you really apprehensive as well. So I'm really looking forward to this one, and it is perfect. I might not pick it up on the 7th, but definitely closer to Halloween. It's coming. It's coming. The final book that comes out on the 7th is Layla by Nikki Kelly, and I picked it up recently. I received an art copy from NetGalley, and I've been reading through it, and I don't know if I'm going to finish it. I lied. There's one more book that comes out on the 7th, and it is The Blood of Olympus, which is the, I think, final book of the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan, like the Percy Jackson series. I haven't read Percy Jackson or the Heroes of Olympus, and so I'm looking forward to one day read this series and hopefully liking it. We'll see, but I'm excited for this one to come out because I love marathoning my series, so maybe it'll give me more motivation. That's the word. Maybe it'll give me more motivation to finish and read the series, so we'll see. Only time can tell. One of the most anticipated books this fall for me is coming out this month. I say one because there's two others that I'm really looking forward to coming out this month and are part of my fall, like, really excited releases. And this one comes out on October 14th, and it is Clariel by Garth Nix. Fangirling. And contain your enthusiasm, Paige. Contain your enthusiasm, because I used to not like reading when I was younger, shocker, but I really didn't like it. But I do remember reading, like, by the pool during the summer, Sabriel and Lyriel and Aberson, and really liking those books. And I think when I was younger, that was one series that I kept on rereading, and I haven't read it in 8, like maybe 10 years or so. So I'm really looking forward to marathoning the series and then picking up Clariel and loving it to pieces. The next book coming out is on the 21st, and it is Beware the Wild by Natalie C. Parker, and it's perfect for like Halloween, and it's kind of like a thriller, I guess, and mystery. Basically in Styx, Louisiana, Sterling and her brother get into an argument that causes her brother to go and run away into this dreaded swamp. He never comes back, but this other girl, Marianne, I believe, Lenora May, sorry. So this other girl comes back and suddenly Sterling is the only one who remembers her brother even exists. So it's wondering and figuring out where her brother went and who is this Lenora May. And sounds really intriguing. The next book that comes out on the 21st is Blue Lily Lily Blue, which is the third book of the Raven Boys series by Maggie Stiefvater, and I haven't read the Raven Boys. That was weird. I haven't read the Raven Boys series yet, and so as much as I'm looking forward to this book, I haven't read any of the others, so I guess I'm gonna have to marathon. Aw, shucks. I feel like that's like the motto of my life. On the 23rd, you have, or I have, Catch Me When I Fall by Vicky Lee. And this has an interesting story behind it. I was at BEA and I was standing in line for some book. It might have been Heir of Fire. And got to talking to this other girl and she gave me like a little printout of a book that she was trying to publish and read. I was like, oh, sounds interesting, and I put it in my bag, and then it wasn't until I was going through my things like July, August, packing up to come here to Scotland that I saw it again, and I was like, wow, this sounds actually really good. And so I added it to my TBR. Gotta support the other bloggers and book lover people. So you have Daniel, who has spent 200 years fighting off monsters and nightmares from people's dreams. He is then assigned to go and protect and watch over Kayla, or Kyla, who is in the psychiatric ward for being clinically depressed. Events happen, and I guess he saves her and takes her away, and then him and his team kind of figure out why nightmares are so attracted to her, and I'm guessing chaos ensues, and so sounds interesting. On the 28th, we have my second most anticipated fall release, or first, or not in any order. I'm just saying that this is the second one in the month, but anyways, on the 28th, it has to be In the Afterlight by Alexandra Bracken. I love this series, and it is the last installment of The Darkest Minds, and if you haven't read The Darkest Minds yet, please go read it. I love it. It's good. If you kind of like the books that I like, you will love The Darkest Minds. The 28th also holds the book Talon coming out by Julie Kagawa, and it is a new series from her. I love her writing style. She always has something really, really interesting, and so I'm looking forward to reading Talon. That also comes out on the 28th with In the Afterlight, and the 28th is going to be a good day because also on the 28th we have SoCalled Touch by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is the second book of the Dark Elements series, and again, ha, shocker, shocker, I haven't read the book leading up to this one, but it sounds really interesting, and I originally saw this book at BEA, and that's where I heard of it. And basically the main female character has a kiss that kills anything with a soul, and then she runs into a gargoyle. Like, who thinks of that? I think it's really unique. So she runs into a gargoyle, and there's romance, and I just think it's interesting, and I've heard great things about Jennifer L. Armentrout. I don't think I've actually read any one of her books. So that's going to be changed soon. So that is it for today. Per usual, I will put the first book of the series, if there is a series, down below in the About section, so that way you can check out the first book of the series without being transported to the fifth or the second book and being spoiled by reading the description. So, I will see you some other time. If you like my videos, I don't know why I'm doing that. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Goodreads, Tumblr, and Twitter. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. This just turned awkward. Bye! Mockingjay Part 1 trailer, and I am so excited. So the trailer came out yesterday, or like last night for me.